Sadly, whether you're in the Commission or whether you're a member of this Parliament or if you're a member of the Council, we've let everyone down, sadly. And we have let people down because we could have done so much better. Will I vote against this cap? No, I won't, because I think I'd be letting people down again if I did that, because reverting to the status quo would be even worse, and an awful lot worse. And I'll explain why, from the perspective of the people that I represent. When it comes to agricultural activity, if we scrap this cap, we scrap the mention of public goods. It will be gone. What we're voting for today is agricultural activity shall be determined in such a way that it allows to contribute to the provision of private and public goods. This is a new addition. It means we can farm for biodiversity, for carbon sequestration. Scrapping the cap brings us back to the rotten status quo. In Article 4, Paragraph 2, Part B, for the first time we get polluticulture mentioned. Every road out of my town is either a wetland or a bogland. If we are to preserve these areas, we've got to do it with people. And the way to do that, for me, and the way to continue food production is to develop polluticulture systems. We can now do that. When it comes to agricultural area, scrapping the cap will mean scrapping the mention of agroforestry. Agroforestry, which leads to better water attenuation, fixing of nitrogen, shelter for animals, and fuel. If I vote against this, I get rid of the mention of agroforestry. Very importantly, and this comes down to money, on convergence, if I vote against this, I vote against a move to what will be the equivalent of 90+% convergence. I will vote against rising the incomes of farmers on the average acreage from 5,000 to 8,000 euro. How could I vote against that? And finally, if I vote against it, I vote against redistribution. I vote against 120 million euros being redistributed. I don't like it. It's far from perfect, but the alternative is worse. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Flanagan.